Oh.
Hi, Pat.
Hi, this is beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you. I love the photo. The photo I thought was really gorgeous.
It is. The first time I saw it, I didn't see I saw the moon or the sun, but I didn't see all the color. And so when I opened it today, I went, oh, so I thought it was a gray picture.
Oh, did you really? Oh my gosh.
Got it. I don't know what was going on with my computer because wow. I thought, yeah. Anyway, that's really cool.
Cool. Yeah, well, we're gonna have fun with it. I don't know, you're it so far, so may just be you and me. That'd be okay, huh?
I'm pretty early. I
Yeah.
figured you wouldn't even be open yet.
Oh,
I just was step by step.
yeah. How are you feeling?
I don't know. It's so confusing. I feel fine.
Yeah.
But man, all of a sudden, I just crash. It's so weird.
Hmm.
So, I mean, it's, I don't know, it's odd. Just kind of a physical overwhelm, and then boom, down I go.
Dang.
I know.
Isn't that
But my
something?
chest and everything is way, way better.
Oh, thank goodness. And your
Yeah.
husband, how's he feeling?
He's doing great. He's not
Good.
having any problems at all. He gets tired too, but he doesn't describe it the same as me.
Yeah. So with you, it's
Yeah.
just like all of a sudden you just like are down.
Yeah, yeah, it's odd. And I've always pretty much taken afternoon naps, but this is a different kind of tired. I'm just tired. Really, I don't know how to describe it.
You can't like move or get up and
Yeah, it's just like floppy arms. It's just kind of
oh,
just odd. I don't
Yeah,
know.
weird. Well, I hope it goes away. I'm sure it
Well,
will. It just takes some time.
Yeah, I was thinking, gee, I wonder if it's going to be like this the rest of my life. So that's
Yeah.
how I mean, it is apparent, it's not something you just, once in a while, but it's definitely there.
Mhm.
So,
That's too bad. Well, hey, Sheila.
I-
Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
You betcha. So Pat, we were just talking, Pat just got over COVID. She was fully vaccinated and she and her husband both got it. And
Oh,
so she's
yeah,
having to
I'm-
deal with that.
with the post-COVID routine sort of.
Yeah.
I just got my booster shot today.
How did you? Yeah.
Mhm.
Good. What'd you Pfizer, I guess, huh?
Yeah. We thought that was the Cadillac, but it turns out to be more
I
like
know me.
VW bug or something.
I agree. I was so proud of my Pfizer, right?
Yeah. But now it wears off faster than the rest of them.
Good thing you guys got in to get your booster then, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
And thank goodness, it makes me, I kind of wonder, gee, because I'm a healthy person. I don't usually get the flu or colds and stuff, especially the last few years.
Uh-huh.
So it makes me wonder, gee, if I hadn't had this, how
Right.
bad would it have been? Really have no idea. But I'm glad because it really wasn't any worse than a regular winter cold.
It could have been a lot worse then if you didn't have your vaccine.
Well, you wonder. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure. But a lot of people, it's not. I don't know.
Well, that's what they say, though. The vaccine really, really cuts down on having to go to the hospital, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So you and your
Yeah.
husband, neither one of you had to go to the hospital.
No, we
Right.
did go to the doctor. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Get all the help you can get on that. For sure. So I think Debbie is, oh yeah, I know she is. She said that she wasn't going to be able to join us tonight because she's going to go and have drinks, I think, with a couple of the people that she works with that are leaving because they didn't want to get vaccinated. So she says,
Oh,
it makes me kind of angry, but there was this one lady that I've worked with for a long time and I really like her, and but the rest of them, she said, bleh. There's not very many though. She said there weren't very many that didn't get their shots. So there was just a few.
yeah.
So anyway, so that's where she's going. Then next week she's going to be in Mexico. And I'm going to be, I just sent out a Facebook page. I think I sent out an email too, but my husband and I are going down to San Antonio to visit with our kids and grandkids down there. So we're
Okay.
leaving on Wednesday. So there won't be a class next week.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Yeah. I'm going to be, Pete and I are driving to California for 2 weeks. So,
Oh.
yeah. I'm
cool.
hoping it'll be a fun road trip. I gotta go find a
Yeah.
pencil.
All right. Sounds good. Okay, so just to get started, whenever you get ready. Oh, wait.
Sorry.
That's okay. No problem. This was not an easy one, I have to say. Not easy, but you guys can do it. I feel sure of it. 'Cause we've done something like this, all the different parts that I had to do, we've done it before. So it won't be anything it's just putting it all together.
Right.
Okay, so I don't know if you all have done this yet, but I use my watercolor pencils to do my drawing. And I use a brown, and it really,
Maybe I
you
should
know, yeah, if you've got it, got them, do that. If you don't, a pencil, you'll be able to probably cover up your pencil marks anyway. Oh, and remember I was telling you last week that I was waiting for this little palette. I got it. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So you take your these little indentations. Here's where you put your, if I was going to squeeze tube paint, I would squeeze it in here and then in through here, and then this is where you would mix it. So I don't know.
Neat.
Going to take me a little time to kind of figure that one out.
I like mixing places.
I know, me too. All right, so here's something I discovered, is that if I tape my paper to my table here, you can see all that I'm painting. So that's good, because I noticed last week I was going over my the recording that I made, and just to kind of see what you guys are seeing, and I noticed that there's a lot of times you couldn't see what I was doing because you couldn't see the whole paper. Whole piece of paper. So I'm going to see what I can do about changing that. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the drawing portion here. And of course, I've got it exactly the wrong way. What the heck? Here, this is better. I want to do it this way. There we go. Okay. So drawing it is kind of the first step, and it's something that we really like to do. I like to really get into, the angles, and make sure when you're drawing, you put in as much or as little of the details as possible. I think I asked you guys a question. When I looked back at this, what I did this earlier on this, I was looking at all the details that I put in, and I don't think I'm going to do as many details this time. Like, for example, maybe the telephone poles, I'll leave those out. And the lines, electric lines, although those are kind of fun to do if you're doing like a cityscape, street scene or something like that. But I think I'm going to leave it out this time. You're more than welcome to put them in. I'm going to, especially the one that not really excited about that one, right? And I don't know, maybe I just won't do any of them. I don't think I'll do any of them. I'll just do the church and the greenery here, and the sun and the sky. And the sky, honestly, that is the main subject, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'll kind of give you a clue on how that works. So what I do is I start out with the let's see, New Gamboge at the top, because if you see here, it's kind of a yellowish orange at the top. And I just kind of work my way down very, very lightly with quite a bit of water with the New Gamboge, and then let that dry just a tiny bit. And then I go back in with an orange, and my orange is a transparent orange, right in through here. And I put that down. Well, actually, the next thing I do is kind of a purplish blue, a nice line of that, and then an orange, and then a red, and then I do, I kind of do a red around the sun here, and then once all that is dry, I go back over it again with orange, with that transparent orange. If you don't have a transparent orange, just use your orange, whatever it is, whether you make it or whether you've got, already mixed up tube of orange. But just make sure it has plenty of water. So, okay.
So
I'm gonna go ahead.
And then, but you didn't paint where the church is.
No, I did not. No.
So you did, but you did did you do the sky before you did the church?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did. I painted around the church.
Okay.
Yeah, around the church. Okay. So after, okay, there it is. So the church, of course, I'm going to start out with the steeple here. You both know where this is, right?
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
driving by that.
Yes.
So pretty.
Yeah, it's gorgeous church.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my friend Gary Brown is such a great photographer. He's always got something on Instagram almost every day. I bet he gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes just to get out, especially in the summertime, to get out and get the light the right way and get the workers that are out there. He does such a nice job.
Mhm.
All right.
Oh, here we go. Mhm.
You can't see very well what I'm doing, can you? Oh, there. Well, you can kind of see. Oh, maybe if I just stay out of the light. What's that? And so this is my brown watercolor pencil.
Mhm.
Yeah, I found some watercolor pencils, so I'm just going to use that.
Oh,
'Cause
good.
It probably will blend in better, won't it, than the regular pencil?
It does. It disappears completely. So yeah, somebody asked me online today about if I leave my watercolor, if I leave my pencil marks in, and I say, well, yeah, but if I don't have, unless I'm going to use my watercolor pencils, which disappear completely.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It is. It's really nice.
Oh, got a kid calling me.
Oh, is that what that is?
Let's see.
So the angles are kind of tough on this one. I had
Yeah.
back in here a couple of times to kind of work on that.
Oh, I see. The photograph's a little dark, but that's because of the sunset colors.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Oh, I see now, though. I can see there's that kind of a roundish window at the bottom in the center. That's a very, very pretty. That's a neat window.
Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Wow.
And that's the one where you can kind of see the light glowing from the sunshine all the way through the building.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
It is. It's gorgeous.
It's like it's glowing.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So there's that. Oops.
Let's see, and there's that other smaller window on the left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like a door. There's a window here and a bigger window here.
Oh, yes.
And then there's a window up in here.
Oh, yeah.
Not that big.
Yeah, right there.
Mm.
And you can even erase these watercolor pencils too. They don't erase quite as well as a regular pencil does, but you can erase it somewhat. I found out.
And you're putting in that bush, those trees that are in front there.
Yes.
That
Yes,
those
we
are,
do. Yeah, right here. So that goes up in there like that. Down like that. And then over in the photograph, these are actually more buildings, I guess, that are attached to the main church or something. But
Oh.
I'm just gonna make those just a shape, shape a rectangle with the trees all around them. So we don't have to spend a lot of time, getting all those angles of the of the gables here and the roofs and all that. I think there's like 3 or 4 of them there. If you can see it.
okay. Mhm.
So we're gonna leave that out. And if you all wanted to take these classes online, I do, record. I've finally figured out how to record them so that they're on YouTube. And
Okay, so YouTube is the way to go.
yep, that's the way I've been doing it, is YouTube.
Okay.
And it works great.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Jane's taken a couple of classes.
I wanted to take the kitty cat one, and then I thought, gee, I wonder if it's posted somewhere. So that's good to know.
Oh yeah. I can't remember. I did
Well,
that.
you had said you were going to, but then
Yeah, but I figured out, now one of the things that I figured out was that I can only have so many videos, and then they cut me off.
really.
Yeah. So I have to delete the videos that
Oh.
we're not using.
Huh.
So I have to delete them pretty much every week. And then, but if I can transfer the files over to my computer, and then I put them up on YouTube. But it took me a week or so to figure that out. So
I see what you're saying.
it's working now.
Do you have the one where you did the grapes?
I'll have to check on that. I don't know that I do.
Okay, I missed that one and I was
Yeah.
sorry because that would be good to know how to do grapes.
Yeah, that was a fun one too. Did you were you there? I can't remember if you were there, Pat. Were you?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was.
That was fun. Yeah, I think this is going to make it a whole lot easier. Of course, the hard part is going to be the sky.
Yeah, I can't wait to try that though.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That's gonna be neat.
Mhm.
Well, he certainly got some really great color when he took that picture. That's amazing.
Wow, no kidding. And what a view with that sun there peeking up between the bush and
Yeah.
it's beautiful. His Gary's son worked for National Geographic for a long time. And and he was a photographer for them.
Oh
Oh
my.
my.
Mm-hmm. So it runs in the family. Now I wish that this was, I guess I could make that a little bit bigger because I want to put the 2 sides of that belfry in there
Yeah, what is that?
it's a belfry. There's a bell in there.
Uh-huh.
If
You can see all those things sticking out. It's kind of like,
Those things that are, yeah, what is that? Like spiky things that are sticking out of it.
I don't
It's
know.
really.
we'll have to go by and see.
Yeah, we'll have to go check that out. I wonder if it might be like a iron scroll work to keep the birds out of it.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to go check that out.
I'm going to be driving by there tomorrow, so I'll stop and check.
Yeah, let us know, will you?
Yeah.
I'm going to La Conner, so I have to go. I go by there.
Oh, cool.
So that will, yeah, I will stop and ask,
Yeah.
or just see what is that.
Yeah, let us know.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's going to be a lot easier to do than trying to get all that.
Oh, I like it better. I mean, the wires, to me, they're kind of distracting in the picture. It's like, oh, this
Mhm.
beautiful church, and then all these telephone wires.
Yep, yep. A lot of times, street scenes, or, if you're in an urban doing an urban street scene, you want those, but I think this one, it really doesn't merit it. I think it's probably a good thing not to have it. And, I'm glad I did it first with them.
Oh, I'm glad you did it.
Yeah, right. So now you don't have to go through the pain and agony that I did.
Thank you.
Actually, it wasn't that much pain, but it was okay.
Oh.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with my painting here. You can't see any of my drawing unless I turn my light off, right?
Right,
I can
but
see that.
Well, that's good. So I think maybe I'll just keep drawing then or keep painting with the light off.
okay.
That
Yeah.
makes it worth your while so you can see.
I think that would be better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Righty. So I'm gonna do I wanted to show you also, here's my all my brushes.
oh my gosh,
I know.
that's great.
That's amazing. I have collected so many over the years,
Oh,
but I only use like, maybe it depends on if I want to try something new, but and this one, the first one I did, I used, where did that thing go? Oh, here it is. I used one of these, which is it's called the black gold, a number 2 black gold, and it's about the same size as the size 12 in any other kind of 12, 10 or 12.
Oh, no.
And so I'm going to go ahead and use this one to begin with. So first I'm going to dip my pen or my paintbrush in the water. Get my little paper towel here. And just kind of go over the sky with the water.
Okay.
And when you get to, if you use your watercolor pencils, when you get to your watercolor pencils, it's going to blend. The colors are going to blend immediately.
So just avoid the church area and just water where the sky is.
Water paint around the sky. Yep.
Okay.
And around your church. Don't try not to get on there.
Okay.
Water.
Okay.
What about when you get to the sun?
Oh, you're going to go around that too. Leave the sun white.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm trying to really get everything covered with water. I'm not leaving any white on this at all, because you notice in the photograph there isn't any white, right? It's all color for the sky. So that's what we're going to do. So then I'm going to take my new gamboge. And why they call it new gamboge?
Yeah.
As opposed to old gamboge.
Old gamboge, yeah.
No.
Oh,
I'm glad I have some of that though.
yeah. Well, if you don't have it, quinacridone gold also works great. They're interchangeable pretty much.
Oh, okay. Well, that was helpful doing the squash to have that new gamboge, because that was the right color.
It really was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a really interesting subject, I thought.
It really was good, and I want to do it again. So I'm going to do it again.
Okay.
It turned out pretty good, but I want to do it another time too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is going to be our background color. And by the way, I do have that class recorded. So if you wanted to watch that again, it's there. I can send it to you, send you a link.
Yeah, that was so good.
Mm-hmm.
So do you go down all the way down through the whole sky with that?
Yes, ma'am.
It looks like a lot of color.
Yeah.
It did, but now it doesn't look as much.
Do you thin it out a little bit more towards
I
the?
I thinned it out pretty much as thin as I could go and still have color.
Okay.
You can kind of see here. Because I want it to be wet when I come back in
Okay.
with the next color, which will be my transparent orange. And if you want to take a minute to mix your orange, that'd be cool. I'd be good with that. So transparent orange, I use Schmicke, whatever, SCHMICKE. It's the only schmick I use. Schmick, I don't know how to pronounce it. And okay, so going to lay it out. So I want it to kind of combine with that New Gamboge,
Okay.
but I'm not going to do like a solid color of it. I'm going to do just kind of hit and miss here. And that orange more at the top there. So isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty. Is it raining over your place?
It is here.
Not here.
Yeah, it's raining here. It's not where you are, Pat?
Not that I can see.
Ah,
Oh,
crazy.
It just started a while ago.
Yeah. Just
I was
started.
sitting out in the sun, and then I came in and looked out, and oh, it's raining.
I know. Isn't it amazing how
Yeah.
fast that comes up? Ah. Okay, so I'm going to now put some red down.
Ooh.
Red.
And I'm using cad red, but you can use any red color. If you've got peril a scarlet or a I don't know, any of the reds that you've got would be perfect. A nice rich red though, not a wimpy red. And I'm going to kind of go down to the horizon with the red and then up above here. So this is a really good, if you're outside and you see a gorgeous sunset and you want to paint it, this is a good way for you to get started if you wanted to do that. Okay, so I'm going to go around my sun down here too with that red, by the way. I forgot to tell you that.
Okay.
Too much. There we go. But a very thinned out red. Nothing, got too much color in this one here. I want to keep that circle in there just as white until the very end, because then I'm going to put the New Gamboge and then a white center.
Okay.
A little more red down in here. And hopefully your colors, because they're still damp, are mingling.
Yep, they are.
I love it when a plan happens.
Mine are weird, but nothing new.
What'd you say, Pat?
Mine are spreading north and south.
Oh, they are. Maybe you have too much water.
Yeah, maybe. Huh. Weird.
Well, take a minute, let it do its thing, or like I just noticed I have a little too much paint on this one corner here. I don't want red paint on my white church. Dip up that. So yeah, so this is a great way to paint a sunset. Just starting out, you could start out with a blue if you want, and then just kind of mingle the colors as it comes down, but just always make sure that the colors are wet so that they will blend.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a little bit of a darker purplish color going through the sky right in through here. You can see it down in here too.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna put some purple in there, and I'm gonna mix my own purple. I've got purple, but I don't like it that much. So I'm gonna use a quinacridone rose, or if you have alizarin crimson, that's even better. And a what am I doing? And an ultramarine. That's a really pretty purple.
Oh,
So let's see, who was it I was talking? Was it you, Sheila, that wanted to know all the colors that we're going to use?
oh, well, I didn't say so, but yes.
Yeah. No, it was somebody else that was planning on joining us, and
It's
she wanted-
helpful
yeah, it is.
because then you know what to get out. So I'd have that rose and then ultramarine blue
Yep,
with it. Okay.
yep. And then just mix the two of them together.
Okay.
So that they kind of look something like that, maybe a little more blue.
Oh yeah, that looks.
Isn't that
looks good.
pretty? I think that's
Yeah.
a much prettier color than the purple that I have.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Ooh, pretty. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna just do a little swipe here and there. My purple, and there's some purple down in here. Kind of goes back here. Since everything's still pretty wet, it's mingling pretty well. Up in here. Oh.
Oh,
Just let that sit there for a little while. Because that's about as much, maybe I want to put some more red around that sun. Nah, I'll wait till that dries.
oh, it's raining now.
Yeah.
Oh,
It just started pouring down.
Coming down.
yeah.
Actually, I am going to put a little bit more red around that. Yeah, it was a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna have to wait maybe I'll put a little purple down in here between these trees. I put some trees here on the left
Uh-huh.
with the sky behind them. So just
Yeah.
gonna kind of bring that purple down through there. So Sheila, where do you live?
I'm on Camino.
Oh, you're on Camino. Oh, wow.
Mhm. Yeah, I had fun today though. I went to the Tulalip Outlet Mall And-
Nice.
and met a friend there and we did some shopping. It was fun.
Nice. I haven't been there in so long.
Yeah, it was nice there today. I did a little early Christmas shopping.
Oh, did
I-
you? Good for you.
I can't say what it is because my husband might overhear me.
Oh. So I used a burnt umber for the rooftops. And I'm
Oh.
thinking, yeah, so I'm thinking, I might put a little bit of blue in it just to darken it a little bit. So, I mean, it came out okay in my painting, but if you saw it in person, it really, there's really no color to it, right? In the photograph.
It's pretty dark.
Pretty dark, but I don't want it black. I just
Mm-mm.
want it dark. So I'm gonna experiment a little bit. And I'm also gonna get a smaller brush.
Burnt umber.
That's one
don't
that I
have-
really have trouble finding. It's always sold out. I think,
Oh.
or maybe burnt sienna, one of the two. I can't remember.
If you don't have burnt umber, holy cow, it's really coming down. If you don't have burnt umber, sepia or
Yeah.
I have sepia.
you have sepia?
Sepia is my
would work.
favorite color, I think.
I
Yeah.
like sepia. Okay.
All right. Should we get the roof wet first before we paint?
No, we're gonna do this kind of dry.
Okay.
Ooh. I don't want my roof to bleed onto the sky.
No, if it's not dry on either side of your roof, don't paint there. In fact,
Oh, wait a
where
little
would
bit.
be a nice dry? Oh, I'll tell you what, instead of going with the roof, let's go with the greenery up in here.
Oh, okay. That'd be safer.
Yeah, that'd be safe. So for that, I'm gonna do that purple, but I'm adding a little green to it. Isn't that weird? But I'm adding a little sap green to it,
Oh. There's the
just a little
okay.
bit.
That green. Here it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna have a little bit of a green tint to it, but it's not gonna be overwhelmingly green.
Oh, yeah. It makes it a little bit grayish green
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
for me, like olive.
And
No.
yeah, so then I can fool around with that a little bit and add a little bit more pink to it, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. There it goes. Okay, it's working. And the nice thing about that is that it's not a solid green color. It's kind of a, I don't know, it's interesting. It just makes it interesting. I
Mhm.
put a little pink, a little bit of blue or purple in it, and
Is it really dark? Yeah.
and then more green. And you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, you can. You know, what's going on with my colors here. I just kind of changed my colors around a little bit here and there. Like this is going to be a little darker. There's that.
Mm-mm.
And I'm going to go back in here. If Pat knows how I do this. I just a little bit of all the colors that I'm using. I just add sometimes a little color here, a little color there.
Yeah, I like that. I love the mixing part. So if I never did any shape, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
Love the mixing. Well, and I get way too much color, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so pretty, the different combinations.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's the beauty of watercolor, I think.
Yeah.
Really like that about it.
And it's complex when you have all those different.
Exactly. And there's a lot of times you can get some granulation in your colors, you know, where it starts to, you can see the little pieces of a whatever emerald or whatever mineral it is that they use to create that color.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes you can see the little pieces of that come out, you know, like for example, amethyst. There's a genuine amethyst color that Daniel Smith has, and you can
Oh,
actually see the little pieces of amethyst in it as
oh,
you do this.
sparkly.
It sparkles, yeah.
Oh,
What's another? There's another one too, the amethyst, and oh well, if you want to spend a lot of money, you can also get a lapis.
oh,
That's but ground up lapis lazuli, you know,
uh-huh.
and you can see that granulate too. It's really cool. There's a lady, her name is Jane Blundell. She's from Australia, and she has studied color for I don't know how many years, and has a whole book on different colors and what they look like mixed with all the other different colors. And anyway,
Oh.
it's
That's
fascinating,
awesome.
just fascinating, the
Yeah.
colors that you can make.
Let's see, green.
I'm lost here. That's there. Every time you talk, your painting picture comes up, but if we talk, then we lose you.
Oh, right. Oh, it's because,
Oh.
yeah.
So it's good that you keep coming.
Okay,
So
I'll
keep
keep talking.
coming.
Well, I want you guys to talk too.
Yeah.
I'm
Good.
trying to stay out of my own shadow here too. So that pretty much is it. I'm probably going to go back and do a little darkening here and there and make some little detail work later on. But yeah, so it's, you know, the green part's pretty much done.
Okay.
How are we doing up here? Oh, it's still pretty damp, isn't it? Mine is anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can see where my green started to kind of move into the orange up in here, but that's okay. I kind of like that. Well, guess I could go get my hair dryer.
There you go.
I could turn on, I have a fan here. I can turn that on.
Okay,
Oh, wait, I have to plug it in though.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I'll plug in the fan and see if I can get it.
Yeah, I need to bring up, I keep leaving, I need to find a cheap hair dryer. I just need to go to the thrift shop and pick
Oh,
one
yeah.
up. Because I just don't have one up here upstairs.
Or you can, use a
I do
manual.
have a fan, actually. I should just turn my fan on. Like you said.
I'm gonna plug this in. Okay, what do I have to unplug to plug this
Yeah.
in? I can hear.
I'm gonna put myself on mute so I don't,
Oh, there you go.
can't hear me.
There it goes.
Okay, I'm back.
Awesome.
There, now I think I can go ahead and do the roof. And I'm gonna get a smaller brush because this one's kind of goes outside the lines, and I don't want it to go too far outside the lines because I really want that to be a nice crisp line there.
Yeah,
on the roof.
mine's not so crisp. I might have to use a pen for that.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I think I'm going to use, instead of a sable brush, I'm going to use a synthetic brush. The nice thing about having this synthetic brush, here we go, is that it doesn't move around that much. You know, it's kind of springy. but you
Mhm.
have a lot more control over, the line that you're doing with it, you're making with it. So I
Okay,
found
good
that,
stuff.
yeah. So this is a synthetic brush. I really like it. It's called a Simply Simmons. This is a number 6. Okay. And I'm going to do that burnt umber
Oh, shoot.
and a little bit of a ultramarine blue to darken it. Oh, dang it. It's going to be pretty thick, not like so thick that it shines, Does that ever happen to you where you put so much paint on a painting that the paint kind of has a gloss to it after it dries?
Oh.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's too much paint.
That's too much.
Too much. All right, so here's what I'm going to start with right here. This is a combination of that burnt umber and ultramarine, and it's kind of a gray, but it's a warm gray.
Mhm.
Oh,
And that's where I was going with that. Can you see that? Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, here we go.
Mhm.
I'm just going to go all the way around the
Mhm.
edge here.
Lost it. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Okay. You can see right here where I kind of got a little carried away with my orange on that edge, but I think I can bring it back. And this guy goes down like that, like that. There. And I'm probably going to make this a little bit taller so it's got a sharper top to it there. Okay, and then we've got this coming over here. And if we mess up, hopefully you all have some gouache.
I dug out my gouache today.
All right, good job.
I went for a hike with a friend up to Winchester Mountain or Winchester Peak, and it's got a firehouse on top. And it was a heck of a drive, and then it was a great hike. But and you're looking out over Shuckson and Baker, and and it's a 360-degree view because it's a fire.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
gosh! So I took some pictures, and so I painted a card today for my friend, and with a little bit of the firehouse on the right, and Shuckson in the background, and I had to use my gouache a lot. And at first you couldn't tell it was a mountain in the background. It was a big blue blob, but by the time I got done, it's reminiscent. It's not accurate, but it's reminiscent.
Well, good.
It was a
Good for
really
you.
great, so much fun to do that with her, and then fun to share it that way.
Absolutely. That's part of the fun of watercolor for me, is that, you get to share your impression of, what you saw or what you did together.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
And I don't know where Winchester Peak is. Where is that?
Well, it's up by Yellow Aster Butte. That's up by Mount Baker. I'm trying to think
Oh,
what side.
okay,
So
okay.
Yellow Aster, you go past Yellow Aster Butte trailhead and the road is horrendous. It's got dips that you just don't know where the nose of your car is gonna.
Oh,
So,
one of those.
She drove, Cindy drove, 'cause she knows that better than me. But now that I have my car, that was part of why I got my car, because I really wanted to be able to do that.
Yeah,
So now I have the car.
yeah. That's really cool. I haven't hiked in a long time. Well, a couple of years anyway. We used to hike Grand Canyon every other year
Oh
and
my gosh.
went to,
Mhm.
yeah, the last one we did rim to rim, which is North Rim down to Phantom Ranch. We spent 2
Uh-huh.
nights down there. And I took my paints with me.
Oh my God.
So for the 2 days that we were down at Phantom Ranch, I went around and painted all over the place. It was really fun,
Oh,
really fun.
that's one of my, so I
Mm.
turned 70 a couple years ago, so a year and a half ago, and so
Oh,
I figure I've got 10 good years, but I'm not gonna be able to do that.
mhm.
You know, if I do that, it's gonna have to be now, and I meant to do it in my 60s and didn't.
Yeah.
So I may talk to you about what your trip is like, you know, good ways to do that, because that's just something I really want to experience. I don't have to do the heavy duty,
Mhm.
but I really want to experience it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We started out by just going down the South Kaibab and then back up the Bright Angel Trail, which
Mhm.
was really good. It was plenty, you know. The last one that we did, down the North Brim and then back up the Bright Angel Trail was hard.
Yeah,
It was really hard.
yeah,
And I have to say that you have to be in good shape, and you have to, for me, it made a big difference to have been there for a couple of days because, you know, you're at 7,000 feet.
yeah. And
Oh,
you just don't realize it, do you?
acclimate. Mhm.
Yeah, so it really helps to have gotten acclimated to the elevation and the
Yeah.
altitude.
Yeah.
I only went to the Grand Canyon when I was probably a teenager, and I remember we rode mules down there.
Mm.
That
How
was
fun.
fun, you know,
Yeah.
and then the mules did all the work, but
Yeah, well,
Right.
that's good though. That way you got a chance to really enjoy the scenery.
yeah, it was a great way to see it.
I noticed that when you know, we have the mules have the right of way, you know, when you're hiking.
Uh-huh.
So I always kind of feel like, God, you know, maybe I should have done that.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it's a good way to go.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. I've got my roof pretty well done. I'm probably gonna have to go back and do it a little darker, but I'm gonna say that's good. So I'm gonna go back and do a little brighter green in here so that there's a contrast between the roof and that green bush there. But
Oh,
eventually, I don't have to do that right now. But let's see what's next here. Well, actually, maybe the green is the thing to do next. So I'm gonna go back and hit that with a little bit of my green mix that I concocted here. So that would be, I'm gonna do some new gamboge and some sap and a little bit of that gray that I had mixed, or that brown I had mixed up.
mm.
So there we go. And
Put some green in there.
and some of that dark is going to be, you know, we're going to want to have it at the bottom
Yeah.
of our bushes, right?
Mhm.
And use that dark is also, you know, to show where the sun is shining or the light is hitting them.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see here. And kind of smooth out some of these hard edges on my bushes. I'm probably going to go back again with a little bit darker, even darker, maybe with some blue mixed into it here. But I want to straighten up a little bit of this one side here that I kind of went bonkers on. Right there. There. Voila.
Let's see.
Okay, so there's a dark window in here. I'm gonna right here in the peak of this building. So mix up a little ultramarine and some of that quinacridone rose, but alizarin. I like that purple. I really like it a lot. I think it's so pretty. So I'm just going to do that for these windows here.
This one.
I'm just going to do half of that. And the same thing. Let's see, where's another dark window I have? Oh, that's it.
Blue.
But I think I'm going to use that purple for these little round windows in the stained glass on the side. Here we go.
Okay.
And some of this dark in here. Oh, shoot. And also on the belfry, I'm going to put that little dark blue in here with the purple that I made. Okay, going back to my orange. And I kind of do this window right here. We were talking about earlier how that sun glow comes through that window.
Yeah.
I want to make sure and capture that.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
I'll say something, Margaret.
Yes, okay, okay.
Yeah.
See what- I just did it right there.
Oh, there. Okay.
And there's also a little bit of a glow. Where'd my picture go? Here it is. Little tiny bit of a glow in this window over here. Not much, but a little. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there anyway. There we go. Because I think it'll look good. There we go. Let's see what else. I could go darker with my foliage, and I think I will. I'm going to put some blue in that green that we mixed up earlier. Some, I don't know if you noticed, but I use a lot of the same colors over and over and over again. So I mixed colors together that I have previously had on my palette that I've had on the painting, and which kind of makes my painting more cohesive because I'm using the same colors, right? I'm not like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Makes sense.
it does. It really does. Okay, so I'm going to make some darker darks here. And then I'm take my little brush. Oops, I got too much paint on that. And I'm going to try and do some little branches that are extending out with the sky behind it. And if you look at the picture, you can see what I'm talking about. These guys right up here and right on the side here. So I'm going to take my brush and just kind of make little dots and dashes out there. Because, there we go, some little tiny dots. And some back in here. There's some. So I'm going to start to kind of take my brush and just move it around like just to blend in. This needs to be blended. And this needs to be blended. It just needs to be done some dark values in here. And I think I'm going to get a smaller brush too. This one's not quite small enough. So I'm going to go with the number 2 right here. And up in here, some more little dots and I don't know, just a variety of different shapes up there, because what I'm trying to do is make it look like what's going on up in here.
Like bush or something.
Yeah, it's not a hard line, right? There's a bunch of little
tiny.
Yeah, little things going out there. And that really helps if you can define a little bit, not a lot. You don't want to put a lot of detail on these kind of things, but this kind of detail makes your eye happy, you know. It says, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I can focus on a little something here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And down in here. So down in here, I'm just going to let the hard edge kind of take over, because I want the sun to be the star of that area. And I see some other things in here, like there's a I think it's a sign that's out in front of the church. And I just completely covered mine over, but I might go back in with wash and redo that if I feel like it needs to be done. Okay, here we go. I'm going to just kind of move around with my brush and build up those edges of that bush there. That bush is really important. Same thing over here. Okay, I'm going to go do some over here, because that background that we painted when we first started of what these bushes were is shining through, right, with this what this dark that we're putting on. And that's what we want it. We want to have a multi-layered colors coming through. You can't do that with any other medium. You really can't.
Really? Yeah.
I know a lot of people, you know, with oils, you have to, it's all opaque.
Yeah.
Right. So same thing with the acrylic, it's all opaque. Wash, same thing. But watercolor,
You can make it more transparent.
yes, yes. It can show you all the layers that you've put down before.
Wow.
Which you can't do any other way. There's a group called the Transparent Watercolor Association. And every year they have a show, I think it's up in Wisconsin, like Kenosha, Wisconsin. And
Oh.
it's all transparent watercolor. There's no gouache, nothing on it but watercolor in this during the show. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. One of my friends went up there and took photographs of the paintings.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely gorgeous. It just nothing like it. There. I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of liking it. I like it a lot better without my telephone poles in it. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
Yeah, it is pretty that way. More pure.
It is, yeah. And you get to see, you know, what you want them to see instead of the telephone poles.
Because you can choose what you want to put in, what you want to leave out.
Because you're the boss of this painting, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes I forget.
I love to say that. I know it's not true, but I love to say it.
Theoretically,
Theoretically, I'm the boss of this painting, yes.
Sometimes it does what it wants.
Yeah, it does. All right, so I'm going to make a little bit more of this burnt sienna. No, not burnt sienna. Sorry, burnt umber and ultramarine, because I want to get some of the roof again. A little bit more. And those are those two colors are a really good way to make black or gray. Really, really, because they can get dark.
My arched doorway looks like a ghost.
It does.
With
Two
the
big
two
eyes
eyes.
Yeah, two big eyes.
Well, you're just early for Halloween.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to use a little of my pen on the inside of this belfry here. At the end, not yet, but
Oh,
yeah. And also probably more, more up in here. It wants to be really black, it just does. All right.
Like that.
I can see where I'm going to use a little gouache already. I want to do it right in here because I think I got too carried away with my orange. See if I can kind of lift some of that up a little bit. There we go. Now maybe I won't have to use gouache. Maybe just lift it. How's it going there for you two?
good.
Good. Good. You're good. Okay, so I'm going to make a little bit of a purple, a very, very thin purplish blue for the shadows on the building here, because there's a lot of shadows.
Okay. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm wondering, okay, where do we go with the building?
Right. So I'm going to put a little of my pink or rose or whatever color you have, alizarin, crimson, and ultramarine, and more ultramarine. There we go. And I'm going to use a lot of water on this. More ultramarine. Ah, perfect. Yeah, a lot of water. And a smaller brush, but not that small. Oh, here we go. I'm going to a number 4 brush for this. I want to make sure that I don't get outside the lines very much. So here's my color. I'm going to try. Oh, that's too dark. More water.
Oh, these are the shadows. I see.
Yeah, we're just going to do a really, really light wash of purple here.
Okay.
And you can make it a purplish blue. Add a little bit more blue in mine. And I'm
That's nice.
moving around here with my colors.
Oops, too much blue.
Yeah, it happened to me too.
Yeah.
Mine's kind of purpley.
Good.
Oh, that is
Good.
Mhm.
And so there's a different variations of this blue, of this shadow, right?
Oh,
Too. If I'm looking at my picture here, where did it go? Oh, here it is right in front of me. Yeah. So it's dark, kind of a darker blue down the belfry here, down the side and down here, but light right in here, and then light in the in this gabled area here, right? So you can, that makes it look like there's more dimension if you can kind of keep those two a little bit different, too contrasting,
Mhm.
which means use more water on the lighter side.
It didn't work.
And if you didn't use more water on the on the lighter side, then go ahead and go back and do another coat on the other that should be darker.
darker there. Okay.
Which is what I'm going to be doing. There we go.
I like these private classes. Oh, great.
This is
You get-
awesome.
You get all
Yeah.
kinds of attention.
Okay, let's see.
I actually do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I wonder why some people didn't sign up.
I don't know. Well, I knew about a couple of them. I knew Jane's not going to be here like every other week or so.
Oh, I see.
And Debbie told me she wasn't going to be here. Mary, I'm not sure about her. She usually shows up.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with her.
But you said next week there would be no class, so I'll have to remember
Correct.
that.
Yeah, I'm going to be traveling.
Oh, fun.
Mm-hmm. Going to get to see all our grandkids. Well, 4 of the 5 of them anyway, not all of them.
Oh, neat. Where
Mhm.
are they?
San Antonio.
Oh,
Fun.
fun.
It'll be fun. We're staying in a hotel. Usually we stay with the kids, but the kids that we stay with are having their house built. And so they are living in a 2-bedroom apartment right now
Oh,
while they're getting their house built. So it'll be fun. We'll be in a hotel, which is always, actually, I kind of enjoy in a hotel rather than in somebody else's house.
Yeah.
yeah, privacy.
It's nice to go home, at the end of the day.
It is. It really is. It really is.
Oh, so gouache, where are you?
Yeah.
Belfry is dark. I mean, my whole belfry is dark gray. so-
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put a line of gouache right here and paint over it because it's just too, it's not, I don't have a crisp enough line there. It needs to be really crisp. Maybe I could just do I'll have to wait till that dries. See, I get so impatient. I wanted to
Yeah.
paint. Yeah.
Yep.
But I think the sky is amazing. I really like the sky. I like the way we did it.
Yeah, those colors look good together.
Mhm. So I'm going to put a little bit of that orange in here. Oops. That new Gamboge orange. So there we go.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah. My tower isn't very pretty,
Well,
but
I think I'm going to wait till mine dries completely, and then I'm going to go around it with some dark. Maybe even, yeah, even darker than what I have now. Because what I've done is I can see where I've gone over it, and it's lightened up the edges here, and I really want that very crisp, really crisp. Is that me or?
that's my little somebody,
Oh, okay.
a little email ding.
Gotcha. So do a little bit more in here, a little darker in here. Since I have dark on my palette, I want to use it. I sure am glad we have this Zoom.
Oh, it's worked so good.
Hasn't
It
it, though?
really has.
It really is good when you don't want to meet in person because of the,
Mhm.
all the,
I mean, I'd rather see you guys in person, but if it means not doing it at all,
yeah,
I'd
it's a good alternative.
mhm. I think so too.
I'm meeting with some choirs and
Wow.
we all have to wear masks when we sing, and it's just not the same to have to wear a mask when you're singing.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so hard.
But they have some new masks out, singers masks, which are a little bit better because they poof out a little, so you can still move your mouth and get some air.
Yeah. I
Oh,
know.
really? Huh.
A lot better than just an ordinary mask, which you kind of suck into your mouth when you breathe.
Right.
That's just unpleasant.
That's not good. No, that's not what you want. So what choirs do you sing with?
I'm in Cantabile and
Oh.
Skagit Valley Chorale, and they're both in Mount Vernon.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know about those two. Oh, so the Skagit Valley Chorale, you guys were famous there for a while.
Yeah, that's where I got COVID. We met
Oh,
last
did you?
the first time in person since then, but we were outside in a covered area at a school, so we still wore masks. But it was so exciting to meet in person.
Oh, yeah.
It's so much different than Zoom. When you in Zoom, you can't hear anybody else,
Right.
and the
No.
conductor can't hear you, so nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't really hear the voices blending and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But what do you record it?
We've done some recordings, yeah, and well, I'll let you know if we do a concert. The Skagit Chorale might do something in Mount Vernon, maybe outdoors at Christmas. We don't know for sure
Oh,
yet.
I hope so.
Oh,
When
we
that-
do. Oh,
Cantabile is going to do one at St. Paul's Episcopal in Mount
Uh-huh.
Vernon
Oh,
on
when?
December 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you know
Oh.
as that gets
Yeah,
close.
please do. I
Yeah,
love
I'd
that.
love to hear that.
I'd love to have you come.
Yeah.
So how large is Cantabile?
It's got 28.
Okay. So
And-
I mean, I'm assuming it's a smaller group just by the name. Does that make
It's a
sense or
small
not?
chamber choir. Everyone's auditioned. It's really an awesome group this year. The balance is perfect. We have, for the first time, we have, enough tenors and basses to make it really
Wow,
get that
Oh.
deep sound.
I love that.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. Huh.
It's a really good sounding group, I gotta say.
That's
Oh,
neat.
I love choir music. I was a singer for a long time, and
Oh,
I love singing in a choir. But I can't because it just takes so much more time than I've got.
yeah. Well, you've got so many talents. You've got
Yeah. well,
the art,
Yeah. But I just love
So
it.
do
I was
you.
in what?
I said, and so do you.
Yeah, so do you, Sheila. Yeah.
Watercolor is, I came to that rather late in life, so
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
not gonna get to the level where, but
Uh,
music was always my first thing, so.
yeah.
But watercolor is so just enjoyable. It's relaxing.
Yeah.
And it's transportable. I mean, you can take it with you anywhere, where
Yeah.
that makes it really nice.
Yeah.
And that looks nice.
I was in Beauty and the Beast a few years ago. I was a
Oh,
enchanted corkscrew.
Oh my gosh, how fun.
oh, yeah. You can put that on your resume.
Right. Yeah. Not everybody could do that. Right. Oh my gosh. It was so much fun. In
Oh,
fact, and Jane was our director.
Oh, she was.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
what?
She is also a woman of many talents.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Did you outline your big window, or how does that work?
Which one?
The one with the two eyes. My
Oh,
goat.
this one right here or this one?
No, yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah. I did not. I used my shadow color kind of to go around it. And I'm
Uh-huh.
probably going to go around it at one more time with another coat of that shadow color.
Yeah.
So that's what I did there. And I'm trying to really make these crisp lines, but I'm not doing a very good job of it. Well, yes, please let us know when you guys are singing again. I would love to hear it. And if you do it, maybe even if you do it online, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Cantabile is planning to make a recording in January. I mean, a real professional recording. I'm so excited.
Oh,
They've hired
cool.
Near, so it's gonna take multiple days. It's gonna be something never done, that kind of a recording. So that should turn out really good.
That'd be great.
Because
Yeah.
when you sing in person, you have one chance, and if it's good, it's good. If not,
Right. You
that
just
is what
move
it is.
on. Yeah.
Recording, you can do it until it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, how wonderful.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be really fun. It'll be fun when we can all get back to doing that kind of stuff again, won't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm going to put a little bit of orange in that. Hopefully I can still fit it in. I've got a yellow in there, but it needs to be orange. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
In what part? Up above.
Oh, inside the belfry.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
So are you going to go after this all dries, are you going to use some ink and go around some of the things like in the windows?
Yeah, I could do that. Sure. That would be good, actually. I'm going to use some ink for sure up in the belfry.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because there's not much detail right now. It's just kind of muddy. But with the ink, I think I can make the windows a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, go for it. And I'm going to put a little bit of gouache on the side of this building with my
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
right here, my white gouache.
Make it.
just didn't quite get it
I see.
strong enough there.
Where's my?
Yay, gouache.
Yeah.
It can be a lifesaver.
It sure can. There, voila, fixed.
That looks good. I'll just put some there too.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go back over it with a little something, you know, to kind of blend it in with the rest of the color, but around it.
My gouache, after you put it on, it kind of fades. Is that what?
It's
It's
too much
supposed
because you've got too much water.
Oh, too much
You
water
want
in it.
more gouache, more paint, less water.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, so my husband is on the board of the symphony,
Oh,
and
Oh.
they've got, yeah, and they've got a lot of, they have one video that they just posted. I haven't watched it yet, just this last
Oh.
week. And, you know, kind of introducing the new season and all that, but they're going to be doing live, apparently.
Oh, is that the Skagit Symphony?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we were, Skagit Chorale is supposed to be singing Beethoven's Ninth with the Skagit Symphony sometime. We're hoping that will happen.
Oh, I hope so too. I hope so too. My gosh,
Yeah, that'd be great.
that would be wonderful. Okay, so I'm gonna get into my little sun here. First, I want to get some clean water because I've got really murky, muddy water right now. Get some clean water because I want to use my clean yellow and orange.
Okay,
I'm looking at my photo here.
yep.
Yeah, and it's kind of,
my water is dirty too.
yeah.
Black.
Yeah, this is coming out better than the first one, I think. Actually, I kind of like the first one, but it was just different.
Yeah, I'm not liking this. These things.
Clean water always
Yep.
helps. All right.
We're-
Yep. So I'm going to put my new gamboge here, and I'm just going to kind of go all over that that sun there, but I'm going to add a little dot of white gouache in the middle once that yellow dries.
Oh,
Oh,
And I want to put a little more of that red. Where is it? There's. Did you know that if you took white gouache and any of these watercolor colors that we have on our palettes, you would be painting with gouache, basically.
oh,
oh,
So
wait,
you,
I'm sorry, I missed what you said. What'd you say?
if you took white gouache and mixed it with any of our watercolors,
Uh-huh.
any color of our watercolors, you can paint a painting. It would be gouache, basically. It's
Oh,
gouache.
okay.
Because the white is so opaque, it will cover everything.
Mhm.
so you
So-
put a dot of gouache in the middle of the sun,
Uh-huh.
and then
And then I'm putting a little bit of more red around it, and I'm going to take my clean water on my brush, and I'm going to drag that red out so it's just like that.
Ooh.
And then once, yes, so once that yellow on the inside, I have some new gamboge on the inside. Once that's dry, I'm going to go back with my one dot of white gouache, and
Mhm.
should be good. So then I also want to go back and do a little bit more of my shadows. With our shadow color here. Yeah, so if you ever wanted to just try gouache, try painting with gouache, because it's a fun medium. You know, you don't really have to go out and buy all gouache paint. You can just get one big tube of white gouache and tint it with your watercolors, and
Oh, I see.
you got it.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think my sun's too big. But that's okay.
Well,
We'll see if it looks like a sun or what when it's done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be, it's just right, you know?
Yep. Be-
I always wait until to pass judgment until after the whole thing is dry.
I know this is too much color.
Mm.
What on earth is that?
Okay, I'm adding a little more of my shadow color over here. Now that I got my gouache kind of straightening out my line, thank goodness. Oh, come on, Margaret. And I want to put a little bit darker around the edge of this big window over here on the right so that I can bring it out a little bit more, a little darker shadow. There we go.
Yeah.
And let's see, what does it look like? And I'm probably going to I don't think it should be white around those two circles. So I'm just going to kind of drag my shadows around there. And I think you're right, Sheila, I'm going to use my ink pen to do some of the detail work. But I really, yeah, I really do. I think I really like the sun, the way that that's looking. And
Yeah.
Yep, I think that looks great. And I'm going to put a little more of this orangey pinky stuff here and down in through here. I'm going to do another shot of that so that it really shows up.
Mm. I need it.
And yeah, a little more of this here. I think I got that too light. Oh, didn't Mary say her daughter was coming or she was going to visit her daughter, or the one from Scotland? I think so. Yeah, I think that she said something like that. Oh, yeah, and I also need to get my pen out because there's a spire here that really needs some attention.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I better start doing the pen too. Let's see.
I have a pen. Where'd it go? That's why I carry this stuff all over the place with me, so I can never find it. But it's fun to have it with me.
When you need it, you need it, right?
Yeah,
You
right.
don't want to be without it. So let's see here. I've got my double lot 5. Here we go.
There it is.
So is Nancy Sane, is she in your any of your choirs? Sheila?
I don't know. I don't think she's in Cantabile because I know most of those names, but
Okay.
Gadget Valley has a lot more people in it, so I don't know everybody.
Yeah. No, I was just curious. She and I were in Beauty and the Beast together, and we
Which
hung out.
name is Nancy?
Sain, Sane.
Oh, there's a gal named Nancy that is in Skagit Valley Corral. She was an elementary teacher.
Oh no, that would be her.
Oh, okay. She
Yeah.
has short here. I don't know. That's a different Nancy.
Yeah, different Nancy, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So just a dot in the sun.
yeah, yep, just a dot. Just, you know, you can make it a little bit bigger if you want. I'm gonna use my number 2 brush and a nice clean water and right out of the tube. I mean, right out of the tube. Let's like that.
Okay.
Oh, for the dot in the middle. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. If you look at the photograph, it really is almost white, that sun.
Yeah.
If you do the dot,
Oh yeah, I see.
yeah. You can kind of do something like that. Here. Okay, I'm going with my pen here. So let's see, what else do I need to do? Definitely up in the belfry. Oh, I know something I need to do. Need a little bit of dark around the edges up in here because there's some shadows. Right up on the edge. Yeah, there were so many youngsters in that play that there were only 4 of us elderly people. Oh, Mary wants to come in. Oh my gosh.
Oh, nice.
Mary Freeberger. Ah, that's the one that was asking me about the colors. But anyway, so the older people got to hang out with each other.
Yeah, that's the way it usually goes.
Yeah.
Probably has a nice mixture of older and younger.
Yeah.
But it's nice. We all, get along and communicate with each other.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's fun. It's actually kind of fun to be around youngsters like that.
Oh, definitely.
I had a good time with them.
It is good. I just wish they wouldn't use the word quite so much.
You mean like
yeah. Like.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see here. I want to make I see that there's like a ledge right here in the photograph. So I want to do something with that.
Oh yeah.
So I'll probably do a little ink here.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
And there's a little thing in here. Hey, Mary.
Hi.
Sorry. We're almost done, darn it.
Oh my gosh. Did you start at 5, not at 7?
We started at 7 or 5:30.
Welcome to my life. Okay, that's beautiful. I'll just say that.
Okay. But you know what? I'm recording this, so you are more than welcome. I'll send you a link to the recording and you can see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, at least my husband has a lovely dinner.
Well, what did
Yeah.
you fix
Good
him?
for you.
A tomato galette with homegrown tomatoes and a spinach
Oh.
salad and squash.
Oh my gosh. That sounds fantastic.
And I have all my paint supplies organized.
I
So,
know. You were the one that asked me about all the colors and everything, didn't you? Oh,
Sweet.
well,
no worries. Things are meant to be. I would much
Yeah.
rather, I probably just need a relaxing evening with my book.
there you go. Well, and you can watch this on your own time, right? The recording on your own time, and pick up where you're starting off right now. So we're just about to finish. We were just adding last little bit of detail work with our ink, which I'm not really sure is making a difference, but anyway.
Oh, I think it is.
Yeah, okay, good, thanks. And I'm gonna put a little right in here. There we go. So the color of the sky is really, what we were kind of first blending, and that's what we started out with. It's kind of the important part of this whole painting, I think.
Mhm.
And if you look at the photograph, you notice we left a lot of stuff out. Like
I
all the
think that's a
telephone.
good call.
Yeah, all the telephone poles and the wires and stuff like that. But you know, the sun here and the sky and the dark of the roofs here is really the important part, I think,
Mhm.
of this particular painting. And there's that. So Mary, have you joined us? You haven't joined us before, have you?
No, I obviously have a lot of barriers.
Yeah. Well, welcome. We have Sheila, who lives in Camino Island,
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Sheila.
And Pat, who lives in down a couple of blocks from the library downtown. Really, really nice part of town. I like it.
When you say downtown, is that Mount Vernon?
Mount Vernon, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And where are you?
So I grew up on Whidbey Island. Most
Oh.
of the week I live down in Seattle by Husky Stadium and work for Virginia Mason Hospital. And
Oh.
then
Wow.
wherever I can, I have a place up on Campbell Lake near Anacortes. So I drive through the valley by that church twice a week.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was wondering because I saw that you had mentioned that you like driving by it on Facebook, and I was wondering, how you got there. Good. Oh, I'm so glad.
Yes, the moment I turn off, actually, it says I come to that exit, I can see Mount Erie and I just transition to a different life.
That's right. That's right. Good for you.
Good for you. Good for you. I'm glad that you get a chance to come up here and get away from the big city for a while.
Well, all of you are welcome to come out to my place sometime if you want to go kayaking. I'm talking to a contractor right now to build a giant patio for my new hot tub I get next spring. So
Ooh.
you are all
Wow.
invited. It is a place of healing.
Oh, nice.
That sounds fantastic.
And just to set expectations, it's a fancy double wide trailer. It is not a big fancy house, but it's perfect.
For you. That's smart.
Hey.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. We will probably take you up.
Yeah, I
it'd be
know.
fun.
We can do
There
painting.
will be plenty of room to put up lots of easels and just paint outside on the patio.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That would be a fun place to paint. Can you see,
That'd be fun.
was it Lake Campbell Lake from there?
Yeah, I'm like my house is like up on a hill on an acre and a half, and then it's like a steep walk down the hill to the lake, and we have like a big dock where we have paddle boards and a kayak, and then up on top of the hill, we're one of the very few homes that can see Mount Baker.
Ooh,
So the
nice.
sun often rises like right behind it and backlits it. It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh. I can almost imagine.
So when you're painting the roof, what color did you blend black or did you use a black?
I blended. So I use ultramarine and burnt umber.
Okay.
And you can use black, and that's okay. But I don't know, to me, it makes a lot more sense and it's a lot prettier and has a lot more character if you blend your colors. They just got to be dark enough. Like for example, I added an extra line there, and you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's not quite as dark as the rest. So I'm going to have to go back over it and darken it a little bit more. But anyway, to me, I really, really, really like to have my colors mixed on my own. I don't like that much to paint, but I'll use it,
No, I totally agree. Oh, the other thing I left out is during the summers, I'm at the Anacortes Farmers Market every Saturday with my jewelry. So if you've been to the farmers market, maybe you've said hi to me.
Great.
Oh,
Jen's jewelry. Gems.
yes, I bought some things from you before. Yes. Now it makes sense. Yeah. No, I've been to that market at Anacortes. It's great. And is it over for the year?
It goes on at least a few more weeks, but I stop at the big 3-day weekend. What is it? Memorial Day or Labor Day? I stop then.
Oh, okay. No, I love your stuff.
Why, thank you.
You are a busy lady.
Lots going on, but it's all good. We all make our
Yeah.
choices.
That's right.
But I do wish I had more time to paint.
Yeah, I know.
You
That would be
will.
hard.
You will.
Yep, Eventually, one of these days, it'll happen. You'll have opportunity to just say bye-bye to the workaday, and especially your commute. Oh my gosh. You commute every day down to Virginia Mason?
No, well, I work remotely from my home in Seattle
Oh,
because my rest of my family's life is down here.
oh, okay, okay.
Oh.
And then usually I come up Thursday or Friday night and I go back Saturday night or Sunday morning.
Okay. So you worked over the weekend then, or do you work at during the week?
Monday through Friday at the
Monday through
hospital.
Friday? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm honored that you decided to come and join us. I really am.
Oh, don't be. I've wanted to do this for a long time. Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't log on earlier, but this will
Well,
be fun. I'll watch it later.
Yeah. You'll pick up all kinds of tips
This
So
actually
when do
was
we get
really
to
good
see the
fun.
other things the ladies done?
soon. In fact, whenever they're ready to start showing, we've got,
Oh, I think I'm ready.
oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Eddie, we got to,
My sky though, I'll tell you, I gotta work on the sky and that was the part, but that's okay. Let me see.
Let's see what you got.
I can't see me, so I
Oh,
don't. let
that's
me move this
great.
Over.
beautiful.
And if I talk last.
Oh, no, there you
Yeah.
go. Oh,
Yeah, so
that's beautiful. You did a great job. I
I'm really,
love that.
actually, it's funny how it always looks so much better on the, well, that's not mine, that's yours. That I'm looking at. You can't talk, dear.
You have to talk so we can see. Oh my gosh, look at Sheila's. Look at what she's done. Wow, I love that. Look at your trees there on the left.
You here.
Thank you.
Wow.
It looks bigger than your church.
does.
Well,
It looks on a
does.
hill. It's
It's
overlooking the valley.
You've got a big church and your foliage is bigger too. I really like that. It really makes a big difference in the composition. Do it that way.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, just the way it turned out.
Nice job, you guys.
Beautiful.
Well, we can continue playing around with this. I just wanted to let Mary know though that, Sheila, I don't know if you knew, but you're on the Facebook page now. I invited you, so.
Oh, yes, I got to check that out. As soon as I joined it, they had that blackout on Facebook. No.
Oh, well, that wasn't your fault.
Yeah, so I was, no, but I'll check it out. And then do we post our work on there?
Yes, please. Yes,
Okay.
that makes it a lot easier to see, what everybody did.
Okay.
So, Mary, so when you have something you want to show, I can invite you to this. It's a private Facebook group, and we can see what each other has done a little easier than through Zoom, and you can see it a lot better too on this Facebook page.
It's just fun to see what everybody does because we're all different.
It is. It really is. I mean, you just kind of see an example of what we've all done, which is really different. Doing the same thing.
Everybody's just different. It's so cool.
Yeah. And you got a picture of the church that we did, right, Mary?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Because you saw it. Yeah. Good. So you're all set. You can just do that. And I will send you an invitation to join the group if you would like to post we would love to see what you come up with. Just absolutely love
Yes,
it.
please. That'd be great.
Okay, good. That'd be awesome.
And
All right.
don't forget to tell her that next week we won't be meeting.
Oh, right. I don't know if you saw that or not, but next
did.
week I'm going to be, okay, good. I'm
Okay.
going to be traveling to San Antonio to see kids. So, yeah, but the following week, definitely we'll be back at it. And if you have any suggestions or something that you would like to see us do, always speak up and let me know. I'd love to try out some new stuff. And
Okay.
I gleaned all of my ideas from, oh gosh, different places, places from around here. On Instagram, in fact, this is a photograph of one of my friends took of the church, and a few weeks ago. I have to get their permission to use it, but which I did. I also go to a place called Window Swap. I think Pat's been on a couple of classes that we painted on Window Swap in the middle of the winter. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get a inspiration. And Window Swap is this place that's online. It's windowswap.com. And it's a place where people have cameras in their windows all over the world.
Oh, wow.
Out at whatever their view is. So the camera can be, we painted a little house or a house in Kosovo that had laundry hanging outside.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. And I don't know, just a bunch of stuff like that. So, we just try all kinds of different things. But anytime you have an idea you think that you would like to try, let me know. I'd be happy to try it out. I think we
I have a couple
Well, I love the
pictures.
ones you've done so far of like, or the pumpkins from Gordon's farm.
yes. Mm-hmm.
So fun.
I don't know if you know, that farm was featured in Martha Stewart Living this month.
It was.
Yeah,
Then, oh my
Oh.
gosh.
there's like a little article about it. Yeah, and then I want to go back and paint the one of the trees on, I think on Best Road.
That was a good
Right,
one.
yes. Now that one I do have that one recorded, that class recorded. Did I
Oh,
send
do
it?
you?
Mm-hmm.
I accidentally posted that instead of in the group, I accidentally posted it on my own Facebook page. And I got more comments about what a great painter I was. It's like, oh, Pat, we had no idea.
See?
It's
You
the
need to
picture
do
came-
that.
the photograph came out pretty good. It's funny. I'm like, how come you've seen this, you guys?
Well, that's wonderful, because I did really want to paint that. And so
Yeah,
and
I
next
can-
Thursday, I'm actually taking a month off of work. So maybe that
Oh.
can be one of my enjoyments of taking some time to do that.
There you go. Yeah, so I'll send you that link. And I'll send you the link to this class so that you'll have that. And I'm really just starting to kind of understand how to do the classes. Like what I do is I post them up on YouTube. So you'll have you'll be able to get to it. Just
And
not
then how do
everybody
we
has
pay
access
for
to that.
those. Then we just go ahead and pay you for that class because we don't have to pay for YouTube. Or is it exclusive that way?
No, you pay me. Well, you've already paid me for this class.
Right.
So you have access to this class on recording, if you want it, just let me know. If you haven't already paid for this class, then it's $20 to access. And then I send you the link.
But as far as going onto YouTube, we have to have, I can't just go on YouTube and find your class.
No,
I have
you
to go
can't.
through
No,
you.
uh-uh.
Okay, that's what
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No,
Yeah.
I try to make it, I'm trying to make it really fair. I don't want to give it out for free to everyone because you guys pay me to learn it. And
Yeah.
I just, want to make sure everybody's, it's fair and
Totally
square.
makes sense. I just
Yeah.
wasn't sure how to get onto the YouTube. I would really like, if you could send me the link for the cat, if you still have it.
Okay, I'll
I
look
would
for
love
it.
To play with that.
Okay, yeah, I'll look for that. And if I don't have it, I might just do another one because that was really fun.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Yeah,
Well,
that'd be
okay.
Well,
Let's
much.
go ahead and wrap it up here. I will
Okay.
post this out on Facebook here in a few minutes, and Mary, I will send you a link, and you can look at the whole thing.
Maybe
Oh.
in a couple weeks, I'm addicted to looking at all these hikes that people do on the Washington hiking page of like all these beautiful mountain scenes with the fall foliage and the larches. That might be fun to do something in a couple weeks. It'll still be fall.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Really beautiful. And Pat just came back from a hike was it Winchester?
Winchester Mountain or Winchester Peak. That was fun. It was. So we
Did
went
you
to
take-
some like Thunderball something way up at the top of Highway 20, but the bridge was washed out. We got about a couple hundred feet and the bridge was gone. So we drove an hour and a half to get to that. So then we
Oh
went
my
to the other side of Highway 20 and there was a nice long 4 mile walk all total, but no view at all. You could see the river through the trees, but it was just so nice. Like you said, the leaves are changing up there and the red's starting to come out. And
Oh,
pretty, but I'd love to see the large trees. That would be gorgeous.
Yeah, I took a hike to Maple Loop Pass
Oh, yeah.
a couple of
Recently?
years ago. Mhm.
Okay.
And the larch, that's where the larches are really.
Oh.
And I've got some photographs. Oh, maybe I'll go and see if I can find those photographs. We could do those in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Come
That would
back.
be great. Yeah, I would love to go hike that Maple Pass Loop next Friday, but I'm just really intimidated by the 5 or 6 hour drive there and back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A
Well,
lot.
you need to be staying at your cabin for the
Well,
weekend.
even then, it says it's like 2.5 hours from there.
It is.
I need
It's
to find a
it's a
friend
ways.
to go with me.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a long ways over. It's almost to Winthrop.
Yeah.
It's not very far at all from Winthrop.
A
I guess
great
if
hike,
you were,
though.
yeah, if you were in Winthrop, that would be the
Yeah.
place to go.
Well, someone said it started snowing up there, so I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I've heard, that it's gonna, yeah, in a week and a half, it'll be over.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the larch
Hurry.
were gorgeous. I'll never forget that. I didn't know that there was such a thing as deciduous evergreens,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
unusual.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
really
it
is. And they were golden and the reds and the greens and it was just
Mm.
beautiful. It's beautiful. Except the hike kicked my butt.
Yeah, that was it's a tough one. It's a
Yeah,
good
that's-
one.
that was a hard one. But that was the same year that we did the Grand Canyon, so I was kind of up for it. I'm not now.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. Well, thank you
Good
so much
class.
for your,
Thank you.
yeah, thanks for coming, and we'll see you
Yeah.
again in 2 weeks.
All right.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
good night.
Bye-bye, Mary.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Nice to meet you, Mary.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye.